Hi everybody, it's Lizzie. I wanted to make this video because I've been getting very clear guidance from the universe, from my intuition, from everywhere and everyone to be very mindful about the way that I am thinking and the perspective that I am choosing to have about situations, about myself, about my life, about other people, and to be very aware that I am the conscious creator of my life. So that means that I get to choose how I frame and interpret different situations. If you've ever noticed, people, humans, everybody, we make up stories to interpret situations. So somebody looks at you in the restaurant and you're not exactly sure why they're looking at you. We can create a story around that where some people might think that person, oh, they're attracted to me. Someone else might think, oh, that person doesn't like me. Someone else might think, oh, that person, is looking at me in a mean way. We don't know what the person has in mind because we are not that person. And unless you go up and ask them, why are you looking at me? Chances are we may never know the truth. But our mind, our ego, our monkey mind wants to be kept busy. And also our ego is trying to kind of like create drama. That's what egos do. So we come up with all these stories about ourselves, about our lives, about other people that really only serve to make us feel bad. And especially if you come from a place like I've come from, where you have a lot of negative belief systems, you have a lot of, or a lack of trust in other people and in yourself. And I've really struggled with low self-esteem and low levels of self-worth and a very huge deficit of self-love and awareness around myself and very little appreciation and understanding and acknowledgement of my gifts and my skills and my talents and my characteristics that are really quite lovely. So I've spent the last, 13 years, 14, maybe 20 years, really focusing on how a person can be happy. And where that's led me is where I am today, which is what I started this video with, which is being very on point with the words that you use. Now, it's very easy to become paranoid and become overly conscious of words and thoughts that you're having. So my intention is not to really make you go crazy about it, but my intention is also to bring to mind that you can't just go through your life, and I can't just go through my life acting like the words that I use and the thoughts that I think have no effect, and that I am just a victim of the universe, like I just get to receive whatever the universe decides to give me, which is just not true. I mean, sometimes I wish it were true because it feels like a really big responsibility to have to think about the words that I say and the way that I frame things, like I said, the perspective that I choose to have, the way I choose to speak to myself, and the way I choose to interpret situations. It's a really big responsibility, but it's just as much of a responsibility to have a healthy body. And I take that responsibility very seriously. I eat very well. I rest. I work out all the time. I'm very particular about things that I do, activities that I do, exercise, and I don't bat an eyelash when it comes to that. So why am I not putting in the same amount of effort and intention into the way that I think? You know what I mean? Like my perspective, if that is what is creating my life, why would I not be working on that and focusing on that just as much as I focus on my physical body? Well, I value my physical body and my health and my appearance way more than I have valued my mental patterning. And now that's starting to shift because I'm realizing there's these things I really want in my life. I really want a certain financial income every month. I want my business to be at a certain level. I want to be able to go on these vacations. There's a lot of stuff I want to be doing, but I need to get my mind at the level that my physical body is at in order to do that. You know, I can go running for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then go work out and then go hike and do all these things. And I was recently on the Pacific Crest Trail, you know, hiking about a marathon's worth of miles a day for weeks, months at a time. And the reason I could do that is because I trained my butt off. You know what I mean? So I need to do that mentally and emotionally. And so that's why I'm sharing this information with you, because if you feel stuck, if you feel frustrated, if you're like, why is my life not working out the way I want it to? Why does this thing keep happening to me, even though I'm, you know, affirming and doing all this work to manifest the other stuff? Well, we really need more than ever to be very conscious, very aware, very mindful of the way we speak and think about ourselves and about the situations around us. So what I used to do was I used to take dry erase markers and write on my mirror and write, I am beautiful, I am abundant, I am ecstatic, I am awesome. And so every morning and every time I go into the bathroom, I see that there. And I, you know, if I don't say it out loud, at least it's like reminding me of that. I'll write stuff on Post-its and put it around my house. I'll put, you know, things in my phone so that it'll pop up and tell me, you know, love yourself or a different affirmation. And I just heard that from someone else recently. It was a good reminder of that. But there's different ways that you can remind yourself to be kind and loving to yourself. And it's getting to the point where we don't have an option. If we want to be happy, if we want to be abundant, if we want to be healthy, we really have to source out, we have to dig out the negativity that has been commandeering our ship forever. You know what I mean? So, and it's possible. It really, really is. This last week has been really crazy for a lot of people, and it's because all of our stuff is being shown to us. And it can be really painful. It can be really humbling, but it's also really amazing because when you get so clear about, like, I just really had this old belief system pop up in my face, and I literally got to see how it was creating dysfunction in a friendship, how it was creating challenges in a previous romantic partnership, how it was it's wreaking havoc with my finances, and how forever it really made me feel like shit about myself. And I got to literally see that because it just was like, oh my God, this thought is creating this situation. And I got to see that in on multiple occasions. And so now I got to say, wow, okay, I don't want to have that anymore. So I got the energy work done around it, and I'm continuing to do it. And then I'm also strengthening and affirming the opposite, the positive, affirming and the more truthful, truth, you could say, that I'm not this, you know, XYZ that I said I was. I'm actually beautiful and abundant and incredibly worthy and deserving of love and abundance and all these things, you know? And so it's a matter of rooting out, you know, the old stuff and then strengthening the positive stuff, which is a whole other thing. That's what I do in my coaching work. It's what I get coached about. And so that's like a whole other thing. If you want to know more about that, go to LizzieBcoaching.com. All the information is down below and we can talk about that. But I just really want to say, like, be mindful of the way that you're talking about yourself and the words that you use because they are powerful. I actually had to call a friend today. I started getting into this really negative tailspin, and I decided finally that I am not going to beat myself up over things that are not worth my time, which is most of the time, 100% of the time. And I called a friend of mine who is a badass, and I was like, hey, I need your help right now. I am going down the rabbit hole. This is what's going on. Let's pick me back up. Now, that wasn't me calling to complain and to whine and to be in the drama. It was me saying, hey, I want to be a fucking badass too. Help me be a badass. And I was, and I feel so empowered and so inspired. And I, have so many more tools right now. And I was reminded of who I am, and it was amazing. And it was a different choice that I made than to go down the rabbit hole of negativity. Now, it's not always going to be so easy, but it is possible. And that's what I wanted to make this video about, is to let you guys know change is possible. If I can go from hating myself so much 10 years ago to loving myself so much that I wouldn't let myself talk shit about myself to myself, I had to call my friend. That is amazing. That is a freaking miracle. And so I'm choosing to look at that as a win. That is a success. So regardless of what's happening in my life right now, I'm choosing to feel like a success. I am a success. I am a winner. I am an awesome person. Those are the kinds of things you need to be saying to yourself on the regular. So let's do this, people. Let's pick ourselves up. Let's help each other pick themselves up. And let's show up in the world as these amazing divine beings that we know ourselves to be. We're going to be abundant. We're going to have all that love. We already have it now. So let's do it, because the world needs us. I need us. Just shit. You want to be happy too? You need this too. So why not? Why not you? Why not now? Why not let's make that decision right now to shift and change the way that we think about ourselves and the way we think about the world and become positivity people. So, all right, with that, I gotta go because my life is amazing and I have things that I am going to do, which are awesome. And I'm so excited I got to share this video, and I will talk to you another time. Take care and check out LizzieBcoaching.com. I'm on Instagram at the Love Yourself Coach and Facebook, Lizzie B Love Coaching. It's real simple. All right. Big love to you all. Take care and love yourselves.